we thought it would be a good idea to take a look at our Gophers and look at the coaching staff and discuss which coach might be facing the most pressure this upcoming season. Curdy, let's start with you. What coach stands out to you the most?
Yeah, I think there's a fair argument, and it's probably true that the head coach always has the most pressure on them. But, you look at PJ's situation, UCLA came calling this summer. He got that contract amendment, which basically a pay raise, and also his buyout now, fellas. If he were to have a tough season this year and the Gophers wanted to move on, they pretty much can't. His buyout's over $22 million for this season. In the following year, it's still over 18 million. And not that I'm thinking he's going to need to be fired. I'm just talking about when you look at who's going to be under the most pressure. So that kind of makes me look at the coordinators. And you look at the offense pretty much since that 2019 season's really struggling. Last year, Greg Harbaugh Jr. got promoted offensive coordinator or co-offensive coordinator and QB's coach. And you look at just how that season went, we finished with the 102nd scoring offense in the nation, 20 points per game, 122nd in yards per game, including the 126th passing offense. And again, that's with Athan, and I know he took a lot of the blame, and maybe it was a lot of the quarterback play, but that was somebody that PJ was kind of all in on as a four-star kid out of Illinois. So, and he had shown glimpses of having successful games in the past, whether it be the 300-yard game against Wisconsin a couple years ago or the second half comeback against Nebraska as well. So whatever, you moved on, you got a whole new quarterback room in. I just look at if the offense struggles again this year, after you went out and got a player like Max Brosmer, who had all these, led the FCS in passing, you made it clear that he was your guy going forward. You went all in on him now. You got a veteran offensive line. You have a pretty deep running back room led by a stud and Darius Taylor. I'm just curious that if this offense has the same struggles again this year and doesn't show any sign of improvement, I wonder what PJ is looking to do at offensive coordinator. I'm not saying he'll outright fire Greg Harbaugh, and obviously not advocating for that, but you have two young guys that you're very high on with Drake Lindsay and then the newest commit, Jackson Collick, which is now PJ's highest quarterback commit he's ever had. If this offense struggles again this year, do you want to trust Greg Harbaugh Jr., who's never been a quarterback coach until now, this last year and now currently, to develop those guys and lead your program forward? I don't know. I'm not quite sure about that, but hopefully a lot of the issues aren't within the coordinators. Obviously, PJ didn't feel that way when reviewing the tape. They just went out and basically reshuffled that whole room. I'm just saying if the struggles continue, um, he might be compelled to switch some stuff up there.